Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Hey, what's happening, people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Labor Day weekend, man. I hope you are awesome. I hope you are fabulous. I hope you're having a great weekend. That's what I really hope. Because guess what? Y'all know me. I had a great week, great weekend. But then again, yeah, I kind of cheat. Every day is wonderful for me. So kind of happy about that. Appreciate all y'all stopping in. Sorry, got a little camera issue right here. And yeah, I'm going to fix it on screen. I sure am, because it's my show, so I can do that. I got it like that. Yes, I do. So yeah, I'm here. Made it. Something's not right. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to be full disclosure with y'all. I'm a little discombobulated today because I've been busier than a one-legged man in a soccer tournament. Yes, I have. It's been a busy weekend. Matter of fact, you see it back there? Yeah, representing, doing what we do. Okay, you don't know nothing about that. No, I was not in Toronto, Canada. I was in Junction City, Kansas, where I finished high school at. Actually, they loaned me my diploma. I am a GED class of 84 and a half. Go GED. No. I graduated 85 from Junction City High, and this is the new stadium back there. I had the opportunity to go back home and do a comedy show. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. Just want to say good evening to everybody. Thank you for stopping in. Hey, Coley, Brother James, good to see you. Miss Charlotte, always. Baby K, good to see you. Baby girl, hey, Pumpkin Princess, glad to see you. Brother Roger, as always, good to see you too. Harrison, great to see you. Great, checking in from DC. Speaking of DC, my sister is here. She's not here right now. She's out getting something to eat, but she's here. She's in town. So that's why I had to rush back from Junction City to come spend some time with her. So, hey, guys, remember, do me a favor. Hit like a love and share the message tonight. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. Again, I was in Junction City, Kansas this weekend. Did a show with a gentleman named Tony Tone. Awesome, fabulous comedian. If you get a chance, look him up. He is hilarious. And Longhorn did the PG version of the, Longhorn did PG. No, I can't do that because it was actually PG. It was very PG. It was so PG, it was scary, but it was fun. And the cooler thing about it was I got to perform on a stage that I said I wanted to perform on. Is the CL, I forget, but it's the Opera House there in Junction City. So, hey, Mr. Net, I see you checking in. Good to see you. But it was awesome. And then I spent the weekend, they had the class of 77, 78 reunion. Hey, Brother Allen, how you doing, man? But, they had the class of 77, 78 reunion. Got to hang out with them. Got to hang out with some of my old classmates and people who I grew up with. Got to see the Williams brothers. Anyway, don't get me going down that memory lane, but it was awesome. Had a great time. Drove down, drove back, and then we went and had some lunch today. Not lunch, but a little barbecue action. So thank you very much for that. We had a good time with that. And then I ran back here to be with you. So that took a lot to say by itself. Again, make sure you hit like a love, share the message tonight. And I'm going to get into the message as soon as I find the message because I got it. I do have a message for y'all tonight. And it doesn't come from any particular place, but, when you ride and you got all that windshield time, it gives you a chance to think. Yes, Miss DC Fluffy is in the house, literally. Baby sis is here. Yes, she is. So, no, I'm not bringing her on camera because I know she upstairs feeding the face. So, but the message tonight is called Believe What People Show You. And this came from a conversation I had over the weekend with someone and some information that I shared with them. And tonight we're going to talk about it. So have you ever heard that saying that when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time? You ever heard that? Yeah. True, right? It is. No, so Maya Angelou wrote this, and it teaches us a valuable lesson about trust. It tells us that instead of just listening to what people say, we should watch what they do, whether it's business. Um, she said, I'm watching you. Whether it's business, personal life, finances, when people show you who they are, you really should pay attention. Hey, Marion, good to see you. Because honestly, what they will show you is amazing. What they will show you is usually their true self. They may say a whole bunch of things afterwards, but they gonna show you who they really are. If you just stop and just look and listen, they'll show you. And and you don't have to do a lot. You don't because, but anyway. So think about it. In today's world, with so many, we got pictures, videos, and stories online, and it's easy to get lost in what seems to be real, and we can't really figure out what doesn't. Some people can paint a perfect picture of their lives on social media, but that might not be how things really are. They could be, it's perfect here, social media. Oh, yeah, I'm that, I'm this, I'm living large, I'm blah, 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 blah. But their reality is completely different. It's sad, but it's true. Because on social media, even in real life, people can build themselves up to be 6 feet tall. They can build themselves up to be 12 feet tall. But then when you get behind them, it's just two people standing on each other's shoulders. One is real and one is made up. So our actions do speak louder than our words. Imagine your people. Just imagine you got a friend that keeps telling you they're going to come over, but they never show up. Or think about someone who always promises to do better, but they seem to never change. I call it the Ike and Tina Turner complex. I keep whooping that ass, and Tina keep going, and then I go, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again, and Tina go back. And then one day Tina was like, no, bro. And she beat his ass in the back of that limo. If you ain't seen the movie, you're late. But that's just real talk. So shalom, my brother, shalom. But people say, I'm gonna do better. Or, hey, I'm gonna do this, or hey, I'm gonna do that, but they do not change. They may change for a minute, they may change for a moment, they may change for an hour, but leopards don't change their stripes. You can cover it up with mud all day long, but it's still a leopard under there. But anyway, so their actions or what they do tell us a different story than their words. What they say and what they do, yeah, you're right, Mr. Net Spots. It's two different things. Yeah, Marion, you're right. Your word is your bond. It should be. But we have how many people we know people that it changes on a regular basis. Their actions or what they do tell a different story than their words. Just saying something doesn't make it true. I don't care how many times you say it, it don't make it true. I can tell you I'm the mayor of Jennings. That doesn't make it true. I can tell you I won an Emmy Award. That does not make it true. So, but when people say things and then they act on it, that's a much clearer sign. You can clearly see that of what they are really about and if they are truly who they say they are. Yeah. James says, I'm just an old veteran doing me. And that's an awesome thing. Coley says actions speak louder than words. And they do. But before Marion said, your word is your bond, or at least it should be. Some people, hey, you just don't know until the end of the day. Then my brother says, Transformers, we all have to deal with the Decepticons. I like the way you put that, my brother. I do. So when you see someone doing the opposite of what they say, or when they keep letting you down, that shows their true colors. And if we listen to these actions, we can better understand who they are and avoid getting hurt or disappointed. Man, if they show you that they mean you no good, you got to believe that. You cannot change them just because you want to, just because you believe that they should change. That does not give, trust me, you don't have the power in you. If someone wants to change, it's because they decide to do that. So I remember I did a show. There you go, baby K. Yeah. LK Gibby say, make the words line up with your actions. Marion says, watch, listen, and learn. I remember I did a show in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I never forget it. And matter of fact, I wrote about it in my book, Messages in the Madness. I met this, at the end of this show, this big old honking guy. He's about 6'4", 6'5", almost 400 pounds. He's wearing a white polo shirt that was too small because his belly was hanging from up under the bottom of it. And it looked like everything that he had ate that week was on that shirt. And I was selling my comedy DVD at the time. And he walks over to me. I was selling that in a t-shirt. And he walks over to me. He goes, hey, you's pretty funny colored fella. And I usually don't like colored fellas. Matter of fact, I'm a racist. I don't even have colored sheets in my house. But I like you and I like your message. I think you're pretty damn funny. And he bought 2 t-shirts and 2 CDs. And I got along with that guy because he told me who he was up front. And I could deal with that. If people would tell us who they were up front or showed us who they were up front, it would probably make our lives a whole lot easier. But unfortunately, they don't. It's just like online versus real life. Now we got sites like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We see more stories and pictures from people's lives. People go on vacation and take 172 pictures and put them online for you. Looks like they live in large. No, they may be just taking pictures of somebody else living. They are, as we like to say, showing pictures of, hey, I got it like that. Do you? Or were you just invited along on the trip because, the other person that counseled on that party of 4, and they didn't want to, so they just gave you the trip, and you understand where I'm coming. So we see pictures and stories from people's lives, but are those true? Is that real? Are they? Who knows? It's not necessarily true. Some people show only the best parts of their lives or even make up things that aren't true. Why? Hell, you'd have to ask them. This is why it's so important to remember that what you see online might not be the whole truth, just like what you see in real life may not be the whole truth. Last night, I walked outside. Another young lady walked outside at the same time, and then and I was walking. I'm going to get my food, and this young lady, she walked out, and she went to the left. I went to the right, and then this guy comes out behind me, going, "Where the hell are you going? You following that?" I'm not going to use the explicit that he used. I looked back at him like he was crazy. I kept going towards the food. She was going that way. I was going this way. But in his mind, he thought something completely different. Sometimes what we see is not actually what we see. Some people only show you the best parts of their lives. And some people make things up that aren't true. And then some people turn the truth into what they want it to be. They turn the truth and turn it into more than what it should be. I had to rephrase that. So this is why it's important to remember that what you see online or in real life may not be the whole truth. Somebody may be saying they living their best life, and they may be living somebody else's. Just because someone posts happy photos doesn't mean that they're happy all the time. And just because someone says something nice doesn't mean that they always act that way. It's essential to look beyond just the words and the images. Case in point, people get online and say, "Hey, I need you to pray for me." Do you really want everybody praying for you? No, you really don't. Why? Because some people don't mean you no good. Some people hope you fail. Some people are wishing that you fail. Some people are looking forward to you falling flat on your face. And they hope you record it so they can see it on Facebook. But not everybody has your best interest in heart, baby. I know for a fact that everybody doesn't love Longhorn. And guess what? I'm okay with that. I am. Some people may not believe the life that I say that I live. Guess what? I can show you better than I can tell you. But when it comes down to what's real and what's not, there are a lot of y'all, and I thank you for it, that want to see me move to whatever level that I can. But then there are some people that watch and go, I wish she'd shut the hell up. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Won't you just turn off your camera? Because then you ain't got to hear me. I'm sorry, turn off your internet or turn off whatever you watch me on. My life is my life. Your life is your life. And our realities are just that. My reality is mine and yours is yours. So Coley said they make up stories to flex or for clout. There's a lot of truth to that. Sounds like all the candidates running for office right now. Don't get me started on that one. He said, bless his heart. Marion says, everything doesn't need to be on Facebook. And you're absolutely right, but not more so because see, not too long ago, we didn't have Facebook or TikTok or what was it called? MySpace or none of that. Actions speak louder than words, and your words should mean something. Whether it's real life or social media, or I don't care if you're playing in a fantasy Dungeon and Dragons tournament, your actions need to mean something. So why actions and words don't always match? There's a science behind why some people say one thing and do another. There's actually a science, and it's called cognitive dissonance. Dissonance. I struggled with that word. That's a big word for me. You know, me and my grade, not grade school, me and my public school education. But what it means is imagine having two thoughts in your head that don't match up. Like it was said earlier. Who said that? Um, who said that? Somebody said it earlier in the chat. They say one thing, make it make sense. But imagine having two thoughts in your head and don't match up. Like if someone says they're honest, but they telling you lies at the same time. In the hood, they call it speaking out of both sides of your neck. Hey, I got both Marions tonight. What's up, Marion? I got Brooks and I got Daniels. Hey, neighbor. Oh, Coley, that's sweet. Coley said, I've loved you since Jesse introduced us. That's all. Thank you, Coley. But we do have that. Imagine two thoughts in your head that don't match up. That's even hard for me to even, and I'm a comedian, and that's hard for me to even wrap my brain around. Two thoughts in your head that don't match up. Is that like, I don't know, like being rich and getting a payday loan? Is that what that's like? So, like if someone says, so I'm gonna break it down for you. So, like if someone says they're honest, but they're telling you a lie, they might make excuses for their lies or even convince themselves that they're telling the truth, even if it's clearly not the truth. You can't be, yeah, it'd be amazing if you was rich and you needed a payday loan. That's amazing. How do you do that? You can't play wide receiver and safety at the same time on the same field. You just can't do it. You can't catch the ball and then tackle yourself. You can't do that. So when you come across people like this, it's crucial to trust what you see and experience, not just what you hear. This way you get a clearer picture of who they really are. Yes, Miss Nanette, you dang right. I got to put that one on the screen. It's like selling your truck for gas money. Yes, ma'am. Makes no sense at all. So you got to trust yourself, and trusting yourself is important. Have you ever felt that? You ever felt like someone's just a little off, but you ignored it because you wanted to believe the best? I had a conversation with somebody last night that in the story they told me has had me jaw just hit my chest because what they were telling me, it just seemed it just didn't seem I just anyway it just blew me away. But it was one of these situations. You wanted to believe the best. That's what they wanted to believe. They wanted to believe the best, and they ignored what they were really seeing and what they were really hearing because what they wanted was the best. But see, what we got to do is what we got to get back to is trusting your gut. That is essential. You got to trust you and your instincts. Because I can tell you all day, this is white, I mean, this is yellow paper. And this right here is blue paper. But if your instincts tell you different, you really need to go with that. Your gut feelings, what you see, what you feel, what's happening in here. You know, those feelings you get like when you're uneasy or doubtful, they're there to help you. Listening to make, you know, sometimes listening to them can keep you safe and help you make better decisions about who to trust. It's like, okay, I'm a liken it to when I go on stage and people are seeing me for the first time. They've never seen me before. And here I come walking in, this hat, you know, these cowboy boots, you know, and I come, hey, he's a comedian. They're like, ah, yeah, right. Okay. And then I get on stage and I do what I do. They're like, oh my God. Oh, and they start clutching pearls. Oh my Lord, he is funny. Believing in what you see and feel means you are listening to yourself. But see, that gut feeling told you, oh no, he's not. I can't see him being funny. He looks too serious. But then you see, changes things. But you gotta believing in what you see and feel means you're listening to yourself. You got to listen to you and putting your well-being first. Somebody tells you, I got your best interests at heart, and then they pull out a 9 millimeter and point it at your head. I don't think that's the same thing. I don't think they have your well-being at heart. But if you do believe in what you see and feel and listen to yourself, it helps you build stronger, healthier relationships with people who are genuine and honest and actually are telling you the truth. So, in this world full of mixed messages and pretend stories, it's more vital than ever to trust actions over words. By looking at how people behave, understanding why they might act one way but say another, and believing in your own feelings and our feelings, we can make better decisions on who we can trust. Because see, people, at the end of the day, that's what it's going to come down to. Who can you trust? Who can you really trust? Some people can't even trust themselves. You know, in the end, actions show us the real story. They help us see who somebody really is, who that person really is, and who are they truly to you. Are they here to help you? Or are they here to hurt you? Are they here to give you some or take something from you? Are they there to stand by you in good times and in bad? Are they going to lie to you about who they are in your relationship? When we trust what we see and experiences, we make ourselves and our relationship stronger and more truthful. So, yeah, believe what people show you because people's souls don't know how to lie. No, people lie, their souls don't, their spirit don't lie, their actions don't lie. They can say anything, they can make whatever they want to come out of their mouth, but how they treat you makes a big, big difference. So believe them. Don't try to change them. And if it works for you, cool. If it don't, hey, you know what? Last time I checked, streets run both ways. Maybe you ought to pick a direction. And that's the message, y'all. So Cody says, right, someone who loves you won't put a gun to your head. No, they won't. James says, I try to talk less and do more. Amen, James. So y'all, hey, if you like the message, share the message, tell a friend. Um, would you do that for me? And what does Roger say here? I got comments coming in. He said, Roger says, believe what you see, not what you hear. That's the truth. So to all my people that I saw out there in Kansas this weekend, I love you. It was great hanging with y'all, seeing y'all, catching up. Because yeah, some of us have gone on, but with those of us that are still here, let's continue to keep in touch with each other. To each one of y'all that support me every week, I thank you and I love you and I appreciate you so much. I do. Marion says, awesome, love yourself. Yes, love yourself. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. DC Fluffy says, always like and appreciate you and the message. And I think I owe her $20 for that. But thank you, baby sis. But I want to say this, and I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Don't let don't let a don't let what you believe will happen one day keep you in a situation that maybe you know you shouldn't be in right now. How about that? So, all right, y'all. It's time to go. So happy Labor Day tomorrow. Hope you have a great time, barbecue, whatever you got to do. Just do it safe. And as always, God loves you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Respect yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Take care of them kids. Respect our vets. This has been another episode of Messages in the Madness. I'm your host, Vernon Longhorn Davis. God bless y'all. $2.